is Lativah Novia Nur Aini. My student number is 11-2015-024. Today, I'm going to share one of my intercultural experiences between my own culture, Japanese and Balinese culture. Check it out!
In Malibu, next to you. In Malibu.
When I was in the second grade of junior high school, it was in 2010, my school had a study tour to Bali for about 1 week. Most of my friends and several teachers went there, including me. I was so happy at that time because it was my first time went to a place outside the Java Island. The purpose of this study tour was to develop students' knowledge about other Indonesian cultures than Japanese. Then, as soon as we arrived in Bali, I got impressed by the sceneries and the sculptures. Yeah, you know, the weather and the atmosphere was so fresh. The sceneries were so nice. There are trees everywhere, and you have to see the sculptures. You have to see them. They are so amazing. They are so amazing. I couldn't imagine how they could make those beautiful sculptures with the very complicated details. In Bali, we visited some famous places such as Kuta Beach, Tanjung Benoa, Wisnu Kencana, Bajra Sandi Monument, Bali Art Center, and the last handicraft stores. We really enjoyed all the moments, but there are some funny moments that I experienced in Bali that make me become ashamed. First, in the first day we arrived in Bali, I saw many ritual offerings everywhere. In the streets, in our hotel, in the stores, in the beaches, and many other places. In Japanese, we usually call these ritual offerings as sesajen. You know sesajen, right? In every sesajen, there are fruits, flowers, leaves, and many other stuff. I don't know how to call it. I was confused at that time. I didn't know why they always put those things in their places. And I got a little bit dizzy because of the smell. You know, like sesajen smells very strong, and it is a little bit annoying for me. Besides that, I was curious too. I wanted to know the reason why they always put those things in their places. Then I dared myself to take one of the fruits in the sesajen which was put in front of our hotel, because at that time I thought that it was one of the welcoming service to the guests. I put one fruit from the sesajen which was put in front of our hotel, and not so long after that, a young woman came to me and said like this, "Mbak, maaf ya, jangan diambil sesajennya. Ini bukan untuk tamu." That was so embarrassing for me. That was the most ridiculous thing in my life. After that, I suddenly apologized to her and put the fruits back to the place. I felt so ashamed. I felt guilty, and I didn't know why I did an idiot thing like that at that time. That was the most ridiculous thing that I have ever done in my life. But anyway, it was happened. I couldn't change it. And next, the second funny moment was when we went back to our bus after we finished our lunch in one of the restaurants in Denpasar, Bali. At that time, the tour guide who was a Balinese asked us like this, "Bagaimana anak-anak? Sudah puas belum ngajengnya?" For your information, ngajeng in Bali means eat. And then all the students answered, Sudah beli? And I added, and I said like this, sudah beli, saya sudah kenyang. After he heard my answer, he suddenly got shocked and stared at me. I didn't know why he stared at me like that. And then he talked to all of the students like this. Untuk semua yang ada di sini, Beli kasih tahu ya, kita tidak boleh mengucapkan kata kenyang di Bali karena itu artinya sangat tidak baik. Dang! For the second time I got ashamed. I felt guilty and I don't know what to do. I said that because I didn't know that kenyang in Bali is totally different from kenyang in Japanese. If in Japanese we usually say kenyang when our stomach is full of foods or drinks. In Bali, it was different. It was really different. The tour guide smiled at me and he told me that I must not say that word again in Bali. I understand. I smiled at him and he just go back to his seat. He didn't explain the meaning of kenyang in Bali, but because of my curiosity, I tried to search on internet the meaning of kenyang in Bali, and the result was so fucking shocking, shocked me up. You know that the meaning of kenyang in Bali is related to a porno stuff. For your information, kenyang in Bali means something like that, you know? Now I understand why the tour guide was really shocked at that time. Actually, I got shocked too, and I will not do the same mistake again. Okay, from those embarrassing experiences, I learned some important things. First, if you go to a new place, you have to know the culture of that place first. It is so crucial, trust me. It will prevent you from making mistakes like I did before in my study tour. And the second is, think before you do something. It is really beneficial for you to think before you do something in a new place, because if you made a mistake, they will judge you from your mistakes, something like that. Before the tour, all things that I knew about Bali were just pendet and kecak dance. I didn't know anything about their habits, their rituals, their foods, etc. But after the study tour, I learned many things and I got a lot of new knowledge about Balinese culture. I knew about the sesajen, I knew about their rituals, I knew about their foods, their language, which were very different from Japanese language. And next time, if I go to a new place or if I go to Bali again, I will not say kenyang. I will not say kenyang again there, and maybe I will how to say it? Maybe I will not take any fruits from sesajen again because it is forbidden. So I will learn their culture first before I go to the place. Thank you.